Xin Chao. What's up, everybody? Onagio. Yeah, so we got an update today in the complete total lockdown of Saigon, day two. What it looks like, what the panic buying looked like, all these good things, roadblocks, military police, the whole nine yards. Yeah, we're going to cover a lot of stuff in this video today. It might be a short and sweet one, but yeah. If you do enjoy this video as you watch it, smash that like button, y'all. If you don't like it, smash that dislike button. And if you want to comment, you can comment. Whatever floats your boat. If you want to subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this and me traveling all around the world, you can do that as well. I'm not telling you what to do here. It's all up to you. It's all in question. And I am not a professional and I am not a news reporter, and anything I say can be wrong or right. I suggest that you check these things on your own. So yeah, we're day two in a pretty hardcore lockdown that's different from any lockdown that we've seen in Saigon yet. Don't you agree,
Yes.
Moon? Different lockdown, right?
What do you mean?
This is way more hardcore lockdown
Yes,
than
totally.
totally different than any of the other ones.
I heard that the penalty is more than 200 million Vietnam dong within 2 days.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're hitting people with penalties all over. So yeah, like there's people trying to go out and run and exercise still and do a lot of these things, and they're getting hit with penalties. Police. It's mainly the military police that are out right now. So like pretty much anywhere you go, there's like a checkpoint at every corner. At least in my district, this could be different from, you know, um, I'm in interior. I'm in the most inner part of Saigon. As you get outside of Saigon, it gets a little bit more lax on things, but they've got some 157 checkpoints set up to just enter the city. And you have to have a negative COVID test, CCP test to go. Yes, it is the CCP virus. And anybody that calls me racist for calling it what it is, you know, you're insane. I have no problem with China whatsoever. I had a Chinese girlfriend for over 6 years that came from mainland China, and yeah, I have absolutely no problem with Chinese people in any kind of way, and I have a major problem with the CCP government though, and that's for another video. And sure, some of you are gonna get turned off on that. You know what? Go watch someone else then. I can't make all of you happy. I wish I could make everyone happy on YouTube, but that's just not the way it is. And I have my beliefs and what I believe, and I'll stick by them. It's okay if you don't want to stick by me and listen to what I have to say because I don't like what the CCP does. Fully understandable. So you can just watch someone else. No problem. But yeah, they've set up, I think it's some 257 areas of entrance points to Saigon. It's like 100 to 250. And you have to have a negative COVID test to enter the city or leave the city. And for most Saigonese that are leaving and go to 67 provinces, have a 14-day to 21-day quarantine if you do try to go somewhere else. So you really can't go anywhere. The city's in a complete lockdown. Yeah, were we right not to panic buy? We were right not to. Me and Win went to the market today, right, honey?
Oh, honey, the penalty around 40,000
A day.
US dollar already in 2 days.
Yeah. So they've already collected in Saigon alone 40,000 USD in penalties alone. When me and Winnie went out today to get groceries, which we were able to get all the things we needed, chicken, lettuce, all the stuff was fully stocked. There was nothing out of stock. There was no reason to panic buy like people did. Uh, we were able to we waited in a 2-minute queue, had our temperature taken and hand sanitizer, and we were in the market and able to buy stuff. So as I've said many times, there was absolutely no no reason to panic buy anything. You know, they've set up to have extra supplies for everybody. But yeah, things are much different on this lockdown. You can't really go out. If I tried to go get on my bike and go anywhere, at the first corner there would be military police to stop me to ask me where I'm going. And I have to have, say I work for a company and I want to go to work. I have to have a letter of permission. And even with that letter of permission, they're going to check to see if it's on the list of essential working services. So, you know, it's just not a really good idea to try to go anywhere right now. We're all going to do our best and listen to the government and say, stay home for these 15 days. I'm speculative on the timeline. I think it'll be probably more than 15 days. But the real big thing I want to talk about actually in this video is they took away grab, delivery, food services, and or pickup takeaway services. So they effectively shut every restaurant as of 2 days ago. So, you know, a lot of people that live here, especially expats, relied on takeaway or delivery services for their food intake. So, yeah, it definitely is crushing restaurants as it's crushed a lot of other sectors in this current lockdown iteration. How do I feel about it personally? You know, you're going to have to join the Patreon for the podcast that comes out tomorrow where I talk about all this stuff ad lib. I'm not going to give raw, hard opinions on the YouTube channel, but I will to the Patreons. So there's going to be a Patreon video that comes out tomorrow with me talking about all this stuff for an hour and what I really think's happening. Do I still think Vietnam's doing a really good job at containing this thing? Yes. Do I think it's funny when someone's like, you said Vietnam had this under control so well? And yeah, they still have. You know, our total lockdown time is 3 months compared to you in America over a year for most parts of America. So I'll still take 3 months to 4 months over a year and hundreds of thousands of people dying. I'll still take the results of Vietnam. Yeah, sorry, I will. I mean, does it suck that I wasn't able to go home for my dad's funeral and all this stuff? Yes, but am I understanding of the situation? Yes, I am. You know, I have a dog back home, and you know, my sister's back home in Indiana for the funeral, and she had to leave Bubs and her dog with a friend, and the friend put Bubs in a backyard unsupervised, and you know, me and my sister know how Bubs operate, but the friend didn't, and it ran away. Luckily, thank gosh, you know, I have Bubs chipped, and through ways I was able to find him, and we retrieved Bubs. So, you know, situations like that suck, but they were able to be resolved. So it's a really stringent lockdown this time. It is absolutely, they don't want you to leave the home. They want you to stay home. And yeah, see, like I said, I've retrieved Wynn's work computer. You can see one of the monitors back here. She's got a 2-monitor setup. So they'll work, and then we have Xi Jinping over here, you know, with his cool hat on, no mask, because, you know, CCP virus doesn't really even exist. And we got Polar Bear over there chilling with his mask on because he knows what's up. But it's going to be an intense 15 days. We're 2 days into it. And, you know, they're giving fines out. They're asking you where you're going. They're you know, there was a guy that had a dog in Go Vop at his new house, but his house registration was at District 12, right? Yeah. His house registration was at District 12. He went to go feed the dog, which has no food and is just locked in the house. And they told him no, because his registration is still at District 12, correct? And it hadn't.
He's from District 12. He wants to go to
His new house in Govop, but his registration wasn't in the Govop house yet, so they wouldn't let him go.
You're not,
And they didn't think,
not allow him to.
yeah, and they didn't think it was a justified reason to go there.
No,
district to
another
district. Yeah.
district.
So pretty much they've made it impossible to travel from district to district. Um,
On the Vinhom's group,
mm,
so many people said that, for example, do have anyone with same with our level
mm.
can come to our house to feed the pet,
Oh, oh,
but no one wants to have because it's illegal here.
oh. So I mean, it's totalitarian tactics, but I have two feelings on this. It's a lot of people are like lockdowns don't work, but you have to understand that the variant that is running wild here is the Delta variant, which thankfully they've renamed from the India variant, which why shit on India. But the Delta variant spreads quickly. It has deep impacts very fast, and they don't want to get overrun in the hospitals like India did. They don't want to see dead bodies. So, I know a lot of people are like, whoa, blah, 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 blah. Like, none of us are really experts in this stuff to begin with, unless you're like a doctor in diseases and infectious diseases. What do you really know besides shit you read on the internet? Like, I'm not claiming to be a professional in any way. I can take data and I can look at it and read it and come up with figures, but they're trying to mitigate the damage that's already done and push down the numbers so they can get a handle on things, which is understandable. And a lot of people are like, just get the vaccine, just get the vaccine. Well, we can't really just get the vaccine. There's a short supply of it for the next 2 months. And other countries have way more priority over it than Vietnam does. I mean, we're having crazy numbers now. Like, what's the count today? 1,844 new cases today. A total of 24,000. So, I mean, we're reporting a lot. 1,300 cases in Saigon alone today. So, we're doing the best we can do. And people are coming together to help. Do I think it's a little weird that you can't get a Grab delivery for food, but you can get a Grab delivery from Tiki, Lazia, Shopee, or any e-commerce site? Yeah, but I guess there's less people involved if you think about it. At like a restaurant, you have someone cooking the food, you have the person that boxes the food, you have the handoff from the food to the Grab driver. I mean, you could argue the same thing for like a Tiki delivery, but I still think it's less of a problem for e-commerce than it is for food delivery. I'm trying to be a pessimistic and understand things and optimistic and look at things from all angles and kind of bring it in of all ways that things should be. The panic buying was ridiculous. Like I said, the stores were fully stocked today. Wynn wanted a pineapple. We got a pineapple. She wanted lettuce because we had Korean barbecue for dinner, so we got lettuce. I mean, everything that we needed to have, we were able to get today, and we didn't stock up on a bunch of extra stuff to make it the most gloomy rental housing market in 3 years. Currently, the profitability of townhouses for rent is down 1.9%, while that of apartments for rent is down 1.2 compared to 3 years ago. I mean, that's not that big of a difference, to be honest with you. I'm just reading key. So the 3 incense stick building is the new field hospital, right? That's what you guys call it, the 3 incense stick building, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's haunted.
Huh?
It's the haunted one with ghosts, though, right?
Yes, ghost story.
So you guys are more worried about the ghost story than.
Yeah,
the
they're scared about the ghost more than the COVID. That's why they said that they cannot be F0. They don't want to go there. They don't want to meet the ghost.
And to talk about my dad, thank you guys so much for all the condolences. Pops is in the ground now. It was a good turnout, as I talked about in the last video. It really sucks I couldn't be there. You know, everybody reached out to me. My high school girlfriend even did. So, like, you know, I got my condolences. I've processed it. I've moved on to it. You know, the Bub situation, which is my dog's name, could have been real shitty today if we didn't get him back. But, hey, this showed you. Cheers. Let's read a little bit more. So they're starting to amp up the vaccine. When he is in a essential worker space, they're not, you know, quite essential, but she'll be getting her first vaccine on Monday, right? And AstraZeneca? Yeah, she'll be getting the first stab of AstraZeneca on Monday. So that's good. Controversy. The Haiti stuff is crazy.
Did you read about the Da Nang saying the doctor and nurse to go to Saigon?
Calm.
Happy.
So Da Nang is sending medical resources to Saigon to assist with the CCP virus outbreak.
All the hospital is full of people.
Oh, they're full, yeah. That's why they built the 3 Incense Hospital. They've been rushing to build it, and that's got a capacity of what, 10,000 or 1,000?
It should be 10,000.
It's 10,000 or...
It's the whole 3 building.
Yeah, it's a huge 3-building thing. They're completely... They threw a bunch of money at that. Ho Chi Minh City fines people who violate Directive 16 more than 800... Whoa, 800 million? That's not...
Yes.
Is that right?
1,000
Mm.
1,000 in 1,000 bed.
1,000. So it is 1,000 beds in 3 Incense. That's what I thought. Because they want to keep the socially distancing. Okay, so here's the exits. Ho Chi Minh City strictly controls entry and exit at 266 inter-district checkpoints. So yeah, they're just really not fooling around with this thing. A couple people are asking me if they can get on a plane and leave. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like in the airport, and I know you're going to have a negative. You're going to have a negative PCR test within 48 hours if you are trying to leave the country. Yeah, the Saigon restaurants are more miserable when they are banned from selling and taking away. I'm on the fence on the takeaway delivery thing. I think the delivery is fine. But again, I'm not logistics of a government, and I'm not personally trying to control a virus outbreak. So, you know, they probably know a little bit better. Fury Wilder postponed. What? What the hell? I'm a big boxing fan, so I got to read this one real quick. Tyson Fury will not be able. The third match between postponed indefinitely. What? Oh, Fury got COVID-19? What the fuck? Not long after a member of the team contracted COVID-19, also received a positive result. He hasn't. Wow, Fury got COVID-19. COVID-19 is knocking at everybody's door. So yeah, to people that are in Saigon, you don't need to panic buy. You don't need to buy a bunch of stuff. You can regularly shop every 2 or 3 days, as me and my love of my life, my Vaoe, do. There is no need to panic and do all these things. So yeah, just keep it cool, you know. We're going to get through this thing eventually. Do I think there's going to be more variants? Yes. The last thing I want to talk about is Carl Rock. I actually really like Carl Rock's content. He's an India content creator. If you haven't seen his stuff, I suggest you check it out. He has not been able to get back in India for some 200 and something days, and they blacklisted him. So, you know, I wish Carl, Godspeed. He gets back to his country as soon as possible and to get to be with his wife. It seems like he got blacklisted for something about doing business on a tourist visa, but again, I don't know of any business he runs in India other than doing YouTube, which he's established his YouTube in New Zealand and probably pays New Zealand taxes on his YouTube channel. I don't know if I don't know the regulation on India. Maybe they want you to pay tax as well when you are doing content in their country. So, yeah, I really hope the best for him. He's a nice guy. He's a good vlogger. So, yeah, if you guys want to check out a really cool vlogger, go and check out Carl Rock. He's a pretty good guy. He looks just like PewDiePie. I've never really watched a PewDiePie video, but they do look quite similar. In closing, I will continue to do my due diligence, stay home, and adhere to what the government wants us to do, and hope that this passes sooner than later. I hope the Delta variant is the last really big variant, although the way this thing has been created, it looks like there's going to be more variants. So I think Pfizer and Moderna already want to do a third booster shot, which they're not even really saying booster, just a third shot to it to handle the Delta variant. So, things are what they are. Do I wish things were better? Yes. Do I think Vietnam's insane for doing this complete lockdown? No, not at all. I completely understand it. I understand what they're trying to do. And as a person living here, I will comply by their rules and do the best I can. As ever, with my dad, I appreciate you guys. To my mother, I love you. To my sister, I love you. To my brother, I love you. To my grandma, I love you. To my whole family, I love you. To my wonderful wife, Win-Win, I love you. What? She always got the jokes. That's why we get along so well. We can joke. To all you guys out there, to the Patreon supporters, the big Patreon podcast is coming tomorrow. I've held off a little bit because I have a lot to say on that Patreon podcast. It's going to be shot in the same format as here. You're going to have a lot of things to listen to from me, opinion-based, tomorrow. So if you want to join the Patreons, as little as $1. If you want to make a PayPal contribution, it can be as little as $1 as well. As ever, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Stay frosty. We'll see you on the next one. Peace the fuck out.